lot of the time, I had my celly for years. We were together forever. Like we shit together. We
Everything.
shared porn up and down on the bed together. We watched TV together. We listened to music together. We would break our TVs and our earbuds and have one earbuds separated, listening to the same shit.
Thing, yeah.
And we drank coffee together. We did everything together. So your cellies become extremely important to you.
Of
and
course.
like I love that. Like it was a relationship. Like nothing gay, but it was like that's my dog. And
thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. No homo.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It was nothing.
I understand what you mean, though.
Yeah, if you've done time, you get what I mean. Like my celly was like that's my that's my brother.
That's your friend.
Yeah, that's like an extension of me. We go to yard together. We stomp together. We
No matter what, that's together.
Yeah, so me and Randy had it really, really good. My mom took care of both of us. I'd get a package. He'd get one. So his family wasn't there. And Randy was a lifer without. So he, no matter what the state changes, he's still not going home. He did a murder in protecting some lady who was being raped in the city of Lancaster, and it was looked at as a hate crime because he was a white boy, but it wasn't. But because of the situation, he got that hate, and it enhanced it to life without. So we were together, and without too much details, before I came home, my counselor had did an immediate, like a rushed seeing all her clients because our prison had been on and off lockdown a lot. And she called me and they came and got me, Cameron, go see your counselor. It's important. I go see my counselor and she goes, dude, you should have been home. Why have you not filed for credits? And I'm like, what's for home? I'm trying to go home, bitch. You're crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to go home. And she goes, no, dude, you're like, I'm in jeopardy because you're supposed to be home. I could get in trouble. You should have been home like 9 months ago.
Oh.
She goes, you should have filed for your credits. She goes, you're on the next thing smoking. She goes, matter of fact, and she hit the tower, buzzed the tower. He's making a phone call right now. She buzzed me out to make a call. And this was a 270 level 4. I go make a call, order some dress outs that'll be there like in 3 days, like next day, airmail, whatever. And I go back to see her and she goes, here, like you need to just relax. You're going home in like 3 days. And I go back to my celly and
you weren't okay.
No, I was extremely upset. I wasn't ready. I was emotionally up. And when they tell you something like that, usually like Brian knew ahead of time, he had been doing some self-work. He knew that his date was coming. He had time to prepare. I didn't. I had like 3 to 4 days. So I go back to my cell and Randy's sitting up there watching TV and I'm like, and I got like some tears, not tears in my eyes, but like I'm up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like she's sending me home. And he goes, what? He jumps off the bed and we make a plan. I said, look, remember those, like, I don't want to say it, but there was a couple people we didn't like. And he goes, let's just get them. Now, mind you, we're so stupid that at this point, we don't realize like we're trying to stay together, but you do a stabbing or an assault on a yard, you're going to be separated now anyway. Yeah. I'm going to AdSeg, you're going to AdSeg, probably going to be shipped out to different prisons. But our bright idea was, look, let's make a knife. We made a knife. We made a plan. We made a knife in the cell that night. And we went to bed. Now, when I woke up the next morning, I get up excited to go this dude that really didn't matter on the spectrum at all anyway. And Randy's already awake. Now, in a cell, in a 270, when you walk in a cell, you got your toilet to the left, your curtain, you got your bunk beds on the left or the right, your lockers on the right. Straight back against the little small window is your desk and your little stool. Randy's sitting. Randy's a big-ass white boy. Randy is probably the size of Icon, a little bit bigger. He looks like a linebacker. He's sitting with his back on the stool, and he's looking at me with his coffee made. And my first thing is, where's my coffee? You're using my creamer and shit. Where's my coffee? And Randy looks up and the sun hits him and Randy has tears in his eyes. And Randy's like, bro, come here, let me talk to you. And I'm like, what, bro, why are you being weird for? Like, don't get weird on me, Randy. We got to play. I'm like, shut up, make my coffee. Let's get cracking. It's going to breakfast in like 20 minutes. The lights have already come on. They've already done release for all the workers. And Randy's like, look, it makes me get teary-eyed every time I say this. I know.
God.
Randy goes, I flushed the knife when you were asleep. And I'm like, what? Dude, it took us like 4 hours to make this stupid-ass knife. Those things, if you know about the joint, they're not easy to make. It takes a lot of work and effort to make these things, unless you're lucky enough to have something that's preset. But Randy's like, I flushed it, and that's it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dog? Like, I don't want to go home. I'm going to stay with you. And Randy's like, and now Randy starts crying. And he's like, I'm never going home, bro. He goes, I'm never going to go home. And he goes, I need you to go home. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't want to go home. Like, I didn't really want to go home. I was so angry at the system. I was angry at God, my mom.
And she was there for you the whole time.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still all their fault. My drug addiction, my choices with gangs, my choice for being because I didn't tell my tagging crew no to join a gang, my choice of being confused with growing up with Mexicans, being a white boy. All of those struggles are everyone's fault. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get this dude anyway. and then we're gonna get separated. Now we're not gonna be sellers. You're gonna plan up. And he grabs me. Now Randy's strong. When he grabs you, he grabs you. And he's like, listen, I need you to go home for me. He goes, I'm never gonna go home. He goes, please, can you go to the beach? Can you just, bro, go 3 or 4 girls right when you get home? Can you have a real cup of coffee? Can you go to, I don't know, Denny's or Norm's and just get some pancakes? And he goes, please, bro. He goes, do it for me. You owe me that. He goes, I've never asked you for shit. He goes, I've fought with you alongside you. He goes, can you please go home? And now I'm crying. And now I'm like, damn, dog, that's a lot of peanut butter on my cinnamon roll right there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And we're both all
Way to put it?
2 big old sweaty white boys in the confined cell. We're hugging it out. And I'm like, all right. And I gave in. And obviously I came home.
Thank God for
Yeah.
Randy.
It was